Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. So glad you guys could join us once again. For those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad to have you all with us. Going to connect with our friends over on Instagram so they can be a part of our conversation today. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon. We have a returning guest that's here with us, but she has a lot of great things happening. We're going to talk to her about. So I'm excited you guys can be here with us. We have the one and only Melissa Banks back on our broadcast today. And we're now live on Amazon Live with Cyrus Webb Presents. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon platform, welcome. I'm going to type you guys in a message over there. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button if you guys are new, either here in this corner or down below. You also will see the books and the podcast by our next guest. Melissa Banks is back with us. You guys know her as a master event planner, a best-selling author. She's a media personality and speaker. Going to talk to her about a lot of those things today as she's gearing up for a conference the end of this month. They have the privilege of being a part of. She has a special promotion going on featuring books like you guys see here for Dream for Him, but also some other great things as well. Melissa, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. It's always a great pleasure to be here with you, Cyrus.
Thank you. I feel the same way. It's a great privilege to talk to me. I'm so glad that great privilege to talk to you, Melissa. that's that's what I meant to say. It's a great privilege to talk to you, Melissa Banks. Stacy, hello to you. Stacy got me acting up. I normally wouldn't have said that. So, Melissa, a lot going on. I mentioned the conference, the end of this month. You have a promotion going on finally for the guys with Dream for Him. We're going to talk about that. But also, of course, some other great things happening. You know, we are halfway through 2025, halfway through the year already, Melissa. When you look at the brand that you are building, tell us about some of the highlights for you so far this year.
You know, when you say halfway through the year, my stomach turns flip-flop because it seems like it just began, right? But
Yeah.
it has been such a fast-moving year, and it's been an exciting year. I mean, we started out the year in a great place and looking forward to the year, but we've had the opportunity to speak to a great group of women and share our story and encourage women. And everybody who know me know that that's my heart. And so we just kicked off March with that, and the year has just been going. So many opportunities to be on Cyrus Webb and Friends and talk with people and release our books and have our first virtual class for new and inspiring event planners, which was amazing. It was so awesome to share what I've learned over the past 26 years with someone who's starting out and brand new in the industry. So that was really, really exciting. And then, Cyrus, you know, we just wrapped up Stronger Together seminar that you put on. That was so encouraging to not only women and mothers and daughters, but anyone who was listening was inspired and encouraged. So we're excited about all the things that's just a few of the things that have happened so far. We haven't even gotten to June yet. And so we're excited about all of it.
And you also had your first book signing. Talk to us about that experience, because that ties into what we're talking about here with the books today. What was that experience like?
The first book signing, it is no feeling. I mean, you can sell books, you can sign them and mail them off, but there is no feeling like having that reader standing right there in front of you, that person who's excited to grab their hands on that book and be encouraged. And I was just in awe of that experience, one after another. It was just amazing, and I can't wait to have another one.
Now, I think you told me, which one was it? Was it the Inspirational Journal or the Dream Journal was the big hit?
It was the Inspirational Journal, and we sold out of every one that we took. And what they shared with me, the reason that one was so exciting for them to receive is because of the prompts that's inside. So not only do they get the prompts and places to write, and they were just inspired and encouraged about that. That book right there was the book that they all wanted.
Aren't you all glad that I remember these things and I'm able to bring them
up? What a memory you do have.
Well, you know, I'm getting older, though. It takes more out of me to do that. But no, I'm so excited. And the reason why I wanted to start off there, Melissa, is really for you, but also for the audience. And let me tell you what I mean. It is so easy for us to focus on what has not happened up until this point. How important has it been for Melissa Banks to make sure that she keeps front of mind the things that are happening in front of her?
Because if we just focus on what's right in front, if what's right in front is not looking like we want, it's not feeling like we want, it's not happening like we had planned, then
Hmm.
we get stuck. We get stuck
Yeah.
in what we perceive as failure. But
Hmm.
if we start looking at what has happened, when you start that list, I mean, just talking about it just now got me all excited because I could
Hmm.
really see, you know what, some really great things have happened in this first 6 months of the year,
Yeah.
because it changes your focus. It changes your focus onto those things that did happen instead of what didn't happen. And when you focus on what did happen, you can get excited and you can get moving because
Hmm.
it changes your mindset.
Such a great point. Now, Melissa, you have had an incredible career as an event planner. And I mentioned in my introduction, you're a master event planner. Event planning has been the thing for you for so long. How does it feel now to have other things that people know you for?
You know, I love event planning. 26 years later, I love being part of bringing someone's vision to reality and that look on their face when they get there. I'm excited about that even today. But oh my goodness, I never dreamed that my career as the event planner would open so many other doors in areas I never thought I would be in. I
Hmm.
never thought I would be an author, and a best-selling author definitely never even occurred to me. So
Hmm.
just seeing those doors, being able to use my voice to encourage and inspire others to just go for it. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just believe in yourself enough to go for it. So those doors opening up is not something I could have dreamed of, but it is something that excites me even more. The event planner was really just the base. Sometimes we look at things and think this is what we're supposed to do and this is all we're supposed to do. And when we have that tunnel vision, we miss out on so many opportunities that we have. And that's what has happened to me over the last 5, 6 years. So many doors open, so many different
Hmm.
things I've had the opportunity to be a part of. And it
Yeah.
just excites me even more.
Yeah. One of those things is not only you being an author, you're being a best-selling author, is you're being a media personality. Talk to us about that experience from going from 2019, I think, doing your first interview to now having two of your own shows.
Listen to what you just said. 2019 was just not really that long ago. I had never done an interview, and I had my very first interview. It was a phone, an audio interview.
Hmm.
He wouldn't give me the questions. This person who's sitting on the other screen, I asked him the questions so I could prepare. I could think it through. I could research it. Wouldn't give them to me, so I was very, very nervous. But then to see today, from
Hmm.
from that to today, actually talking to people, interviewing people, hearing their stories and their journeys, how they push through. It is nothing more amazing to see someone who struggled and refused to give up and kept going, and bringing that to others. That inspires other people to, you know what, they push through that. I can go a little further. I can do a little more today. I'm excited about both podcasts, are just amazing to me.
Hmm. And you also see how all these things that you've been able to do, Melissa Banks, that your friends like me can remind you of. You
Mhm.
also started your own live shopping show with Dream Party Live. This is someone, everyone, let me just talk to y'all for just a second. Let me tell you something. I was told this person was not going to be able to do, oh, I can't do live. I can't do live. I can't do live. Okay, let me go back. All right, so Melissa, how does it feel? How does how does it feel to go from I can't do live to now doing a live shopping show and be able to present one of your big loves at being your jury with the world?
It is good to have people who love you enough to say, to push you just a little bit into doing something that you're afraid of. And
Yeah.
so, yes, I was pushed rather strongly into this space. But you know what? I'm excited that I was pushed, because I did have this fear of it and just didn't want to do it. Just didn't even want to push in fear. But
Hmm.
once I was pushed into that place, I found I love it. I love
Hmm.
being able to talk to the people who show up to see what we have next. I've had a love of pearls since I was this little girl, but
Hmm.
to bring that love and be able to share it with people all over the world. We've done in-person events locally over the last 8 years. So we're celebrating 8 years of Dream this month. So Dream Party Vibe this month is going to be just a party for sure.
Wow.
But to just bring something I love to people all over the world, it's nothing like that feeling. And then to be able to talk to them while we're alive. So I love it, and I'm grateful for the push.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that publicly. Because people give me a hard time. Y'all wouldn't know this. I get beat up pretty bad. The things people say to me, y'all wouldn't believe.
Mm, no.
But the great thing is, what's that? Yeah, I was pointing this way. It's what just like that. But Melissa, it's been great watching you, and there's been more to come. The other thing, see, y'all, I want y'all to think about this list of things Melissa has done in 5 years. The other thing that she did was she started her own virtual conference, which is coming up the end of this month. See how I tied that in there?
Mhm.
Um, and that is Imagine the Possibilities. Talk to us about Imagine the Possibilities, Melissa, how it came about and what it's been like for you now as you're celebrating year number 4.
Well, the first year, I love Imagine the Possibilities, but the first year, I just wanted a platform. I wanted it to be virtual so we can reach people all over the world. And I wanted it to be where entrepreneurs and women shared their journey, talked about that hard stuff that we cover up and we show up like everything is perfect, but give actionable steps how others can push through those things. So that's what started the inspiration the very first year. And each year it has grown. We brought in more speakers, and they've been willing to really share their stories. But also, this is year 4. This is our 4th year, and we are expanding even more. We have an amazing lineup. We're reaching, you know what? It's not just women who need to be pushed. It's not just women who need inspiration. It's not just women who allow their circumstances to stop them sometimes and need that push to push through. So this year, we're opening up the conference, and we're trying to reach men and women because we all need that push and that motivation, that inspiration, and tools to push us into action. So we're super excited. It's happening June 28th, like you said, at 10 o'clock.
That's right. And I have the privilege of being the keynote speaker this year, which I'm very excited about. Stacy says, Cyrus, I don't believe that. No one is bullying you. You are too honest and don't bite your tongue. I'm not that honest, Stacy. I rarely even give my opinion because I don't tell people.
Really?
Because I don't tell people what to do. I ask questions, but I don't think I ask questions because I'm inquisitive. But I don't tell people what to do. But I'm excited about being a part of this year. Glad to be able to see your platforms growing. So I want to talk to you about 3 things, Melissa. And again, we wanted to start off with all of those highlights to remind people celebrate your wins.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa tells me that sometimes, even though she doesn't take her own advice sometimes, but she tells me that sometimes take time to breathe, do something to celebrate. And then I just want to sometimes just hold a mirror up and say, okay, Melissa, take
Well, sorry, we're not supposed to talk about everything on this
Oh, I'm
show.
not. Oh, I'm sorry. I think this is what Stacy was talking about being too. Oh, I see what you're talking about now, Stacy. Okay, I understand. I get it. Okay, you're right. But it is important though to be able to look at those things and to remind yourself of what you have done. So I want to talk about now where we are. I mentioned Dream for Him. Talk to us about how Dream for Him started and now what you're doing this month to celebrate, Melissa.
Dream for Him was just another way that we evolved. We realized that what we were holding so tight because of our passions, we were just focusing on the women. And you know what? Men started DMing me, asking about products, asking about the candles that we offer. And that's what inspired their entire Dream for Him collection is, you know what? I want to have something out there for him as well. And that's what kicked it off. So this month is Father's Day month. What a great month to kick off and have some great specials with the Dream for Him products. So we have the journal because, men need a place to write their dreams and goals down too, right? They need the encouragement just like we do, but we wanted to create something that would inspire him. So we did that. And Cyrus, I'm so excited. I see you snipping on your candles. We were asked, are your candles good for men too? So what did we do? we went and had some created with him in mind. So the three fragrances is for him, even though they're amazing. And I burn King around the house sometimes because it is such a great fragrance. But we
Mm.
had it created just for him, and they're on special this month. So we have the journal, we have the candles, and we have an amazing dream box. I've talked about my dream box collections for 8 years now almost, and
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But we have one for him. It's created with the men products in there as well. Give him that experience of opening up that great box that was delivered straight to the door, and have that experience of writing and lighting your candle, and it's just a complete line. Great deals on them all month long. DreamDMD.com.
All right. Yeah, I have my strong here. I have my power here. I don't have my king over here. I think my king's over in studio number B. But I think it's so cool, Melissa, and I'm so glad I have for you guys on Amazon have highlighted the Dream for Him Dream Journal. You guys can be able to get it there as well here on Amazon. I want to reset real quick. So for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You all are watching Cyrus Webb Presents, having a great conversation with my friend, and she's being fairly nice to me today, and I appreciate it. I guess because I was butting her up earlier and was telling her about all the great things she's doing. Master event planner, best-selling author, media personality, and speaker Melissa Banks is here. She's talking with us about an amazing start to 2025. It's a great thing she has coming up. She has the Imagine the Possibilities conference coming up this month. There's a special going on with her Dream for Him. You mentioned earlier about what you were able to do with your sessions for event planners. I have your event planning book here, Melissa. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for our Amazon audience over there. Talk to us about what it's been like for you to kind of, even though you've been doing this for so long, what has it been like for you to continue to educate people about what an event planner does and the importance of being able to consult with someone?
It's been exciting because 26 years of planning and designing events and bringing dreams to reality. You learn a lot during that process, and oftentimes as we get to a certain place, we hold all that stuff in. But oh my gosh, the feeling of releasing that stuff, that's what started that first business book that you have there, is wanting to get those things out and just showing, what you may can plan your own event. But
Mm-hmm.
what an amazing resource it is to have an event planner there that knows how to jump into action when something doesn't go as planned. So that was exciting to get that out. And then to have the conference the training session this year even gave another layer of just sharing what I have learned. So it's a transition, if you will, into just a different area of sharing all the lessons learned during my years in event planning, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully helping someone else who's expiring or been doing it. We have the church lady that's been doing it a long time and really feel like she knows how to do it, and she probably does. But what a way to have some structure and to learn how to turn that hobby or that into a business. And I just want to share that with others. And Cyrus, this year we have another book coming out that's going to help you, those who wants to plan their events but want to plan them like a pro. And that's coming out this year as well.
Love that. A lot of great things here. So I want to talk about, I mentioned earlier what you have said to me and what you've said to others, and what you yourself, I believe, try to practice, and that is the importance of appreciation, Melissa. How important has that been for you to share with other people? Because again, even though you've had a lot of great things happening this year, there are a lot of people out there, as we see, this is not the year they planned. Things are not going the way that they wanted. They feel like they've tried things, they haven't worked. What advice do you normally give them about, for one, the importance of not giving up on themselves, but also keeping the dream alive?
This helps me, and I have to remind myself of this all the time. My job, my responsibility is to not quit. In order to not quit, that means I have to keep going. In order to keep going, I have to believe. It all starts right here. Everything starts in the mind. The moment you stop believing is the moment you give up. So you have to keep believing in your dreams and your actions that you deserve to be in the room, and then you have to take action. I can get up believing every day, but if I get up believing, sitting down doing nothing, then nothing is going to happen. So you have to control your mind, what you put into your mind, what you believe, and take action. It's nothing like continuing to move. I read somewhere on somebody's platform today, is what she said, I continue to move as if I deserve to be in the place. And that's what you do, even when it doesn't look like it, even when the things are not happening as you wanted them to happen, even if the no's seem to be outweighing the yeses. You move like you're supposed to be there, and you never stop believing in yourself.
Got you. That's what I'm talking about, Melissa. That's what I'm talking about. Last thing I want to talk to you about is this book, which was your latest book, Melissa, Dream by Design, Affirmations for Teen Girls and Their Mothers. What was the inspiration behind that? I'm going to highlight for you guys over on Amazon. What was it? What was the inspiration for this one? What has it been like for you to see the response to it?
This book is so special to me because it talks about one of the most valuable relationships I have, my relationship with my mother. But we had to grow into that relationship. And I just believe that if we talk to our young daughters, that's why I wanted to focus these affirmations on teen girls, because we want to pour into them everything that they are worth. I would like to see them approach their adult years, making those decisions with the base knowing that I am worthy, I am a masterpiece. Finding their value early will determine the actions and decisions they make later. And it increases that bond with their mothers because they have a better understanding of each other. That's why it was so important, not only to give the affirmation in the book, but also provide a place for that daughter to just write her thoughts. What does she feel about that? And then the mother to write her thoughts so they can come together and create a bond that's unbreakable.
Yeah. You mentioned, we mentioned a few things that's happening. You have Dream Party Live coming up this month, celebrating how many years of Dream? Is it 8 years?
8 years. 8
8
years
years
of
of Dream.
dreams.
See,
Yeah.
see that mind. See, I'll be listening. I'll be listening. And then you celebrate 4 years of Imagined Possibilities. You have you're working on the new season, I know, of the Melissa Banks show,
Mhm.
as well as your show Dream by Design. What else should be on the lookout for, Melissa, that you can tell our audience about?
Well, I did mention briefly, we do have a new book that's coming out within the next month. I'm excited about that. Actually, we're finishing that up now. So we have some great things. We're continuing to increase Dream by Design. We'll be featured in some magazine articles that you'll be seeing recently. So we are constantly staying busy, creating events, and inspiring others to do the same.
Love that. Again, everyone, Melissa Banks has been our guest. A lot of things for you guys to be on the lookout for this month, but also moving forward too. Melissa, let them know how to stay connected with everything that's happening.
Wow, this was an amazing conversation, Cyrus. You tried to get a little some kind of way there a couple of times, but you pushed your way through. So it was exciting and fun as always. So thank you for having me. You can always connect with us at themelissabanks.com, and everything, even though it seems like a lot, it's right there. There's a link for everything that we talked about. You just go to that one place, themelissabanks.com.
Love that. Melissa, always a pleasure. Looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you so much.
More than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.